Everybody loves smothered turkey wings, but today we're taking it a step further. We're gonna deep fry them first to get that crispy golden crust, and then we're gonna smother them in a rich, flavorful gravy, low and slow until they fall off the bone. Meet me in the kitchen, let's make it happen. All right guys, first and foremost, let's talk about the drawbacks of turkey wings. What makes a bad turkey wing? 1, no flavor. 2, they're not tender. We're gonna solve that right now with this buttermilk brine. The buttermilk brine is going to ensure that the turkey wings stay nice and tender. We're going to also braise them low and slow. That's going to help with the tenderness as well. But first and foremost, we got to get flavor and some tenderness in here. And the way I like to do that is with some buttermilk. Buttermilk has a high acid content. That's going to help break down the muscle fibers in the turkey wings, making them nice and tender. Also going to add some flavor with this hot sauce and some seasoning. So we're going to cover these, let these marinate for 2 to 24 hours. Use whatever hot sauce you like. I'm using Frank's Red Hot today because that's what I got, but feel free to use whatever you like. Couple tablespoons, probably about 3 or 4 tablespoons of that. Then we're going in with my all-purpose seasoning. If you don't have this, guys, use whatever you like. Salt, pepper, garlic, onion powder, poultry seasoning works nicely. You can even throw in a little chicken bouillon powder to beef up the poultry flavor. Just get some good seasoning in there. Get in there with your hands, massage it. Make sure that the turkey wings are coated nicely. We're gonna cover this, pop that in the fridge again for 2 to 24 hours. Now, while that turkey is taking a buttermilk bath, it's time to get started on our flour. For this, we need 3 cups of all-purpose flour and 1 to 1.5 cups of cornstarch. The cornstarch is gonna do a couple things. Most importantly, it's gonna make sure that everything stays nice and crispy. Cornstarch it has a higher starch content than flour. It's going to make sure whatever you fry is more crispy than it would be if it was just flour. It also adds a little lighter color, so as we add the seasonings to this and it fries for a longer duration of time, it doesn't get too dark, right? So that's the 2 things I like most about using cornstarch mixed with my flour. I'm going to give this a good mix. We're going in with some poultry seasoning, about 2 tablespoons worth, followed by 1 packet of Sazon. This is optional, guys, but I do like the flavor on poultry, especially fried poultry, like my fried chicken wings. I tend to use this as well. I also have my own seasoned flour. If you guys haven't tried that yet, you can get that at mrmakeithappen.com along with this recipe and all the recipes on this channel. Going in with a teaspoon or a half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper, depending on your spice tolerance. These are big wings, so you don't have to worry too much, but I'm kind of a punk, so we're only going to go with about a teaspoon or so. Cayenne, couple tablespoons of chicken bouillon powder. This is going to add some sodium. It's going to add some enhanced flavor as well that you get from that chicken bouillon. Very important. And then all-purpose seasoning. This is a low sodium product, so I'm going to go pretty heavy with it. But if you're not using a low sodium product, you may want to adjust. Taste as you go. Adjust the flavor to your preference. That's what it's all about. Just make sure you get some adequate seasoning in that flour mixture. Give that a mix. And then we're going to go from that buttermilk right into the seasoned flour into 325-degree oil. All right, guys, so far so good. We got the fried portion of this recipe down packed. The wings are looking golden brown, crispy, and beautiful. Next up, probably the most important part is you gotta nail the gravy. Smothered turkey, smothered pork chop, smothered chicken, whatever you smother, the key is a flavorful gravy. Now, I'm gonna show you guys how to do that. We're gonna dice up some onions, some garlic, some fresh herbs, the kind you cook with, not the kind that cook you, a little rosemary, thyme. We're gonna make a roux, add some chicken broth to that, and we're gonna have a flavorful gravy we're gonna smother these turkey wings in. First and foremost, guys, we get the party started with 1 whole stick of melted butter. Then we're going in with 1 diced onion, about 5 or 6 cloves of garlic. We're gonna work that in, add in the herbs. You need about a 1/4 cup to a 1/2 cup of that seasoned flour from earlier, depending on how thick you like your gravy. You can always thicken it up at the end by adding a little slurry. I'm going to go in with about a 1/4 cup of flour. We're going to season this as we go, but remember that flour is already seasoned, so you don't have to get too crazy on the seasonings. Let the flour do the work. Of course, you can taste and adjust as needed. And let that cook down a little bit. Onion's about to make me shed a tear. In goes the fresh herbs. You can throw some sage in there too if you want to. Rosemary and thyme will get the job done if that's all you got. So after you cook off the raw flour taste, we're going in with our chicken broth. About 4 to 5 cups in total. I'm gonna give that a mix, bring it up to a boil. Once it reaches a boil, it'll start to thicken up. So just give it a good whisk, just give it a little time. It's not gonna look like gravy at first until it gets to that boil, and then it'll thicken up for you. At that point, once it reaches a boil, give it a second, turn the heat down to low, let it simmer. That's when you wanna taste and adjust the flavor as you need to. Quick reminder, guys, that this recipe and all my recipes can be found at MrMakeItHappen.com. All right, guys, so once we have the turkey fried to perfection, the gravy is spot on. We're gonna go ahead and add everything to a casserole dish, smother the turkey wings in that gravy, cover it in foil, and pop it in a 325-degree oven for about an hour and a half. All right, guys, if those aren't some of the prettiest turkey wings you've ever seen in your life, please tag me in a prettier one, because this is about as good as it gets. Deep fried, smothered, delicious gravy, extra tender, buttermilk brined overnight. Great recipe. If you guys don't feel like fooling with a whole turkey this year, or you just want a little comfort food on a weeknight, this is the recipe for you. Let's get in there for the taste test. Before we do that, please take a quick second to subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit that bell to enable notifications as well. All right, guys, this recipe and all my recipes can be found at MrMakeItHappen.com. Without further ado. One of my cameramen, Jamel, is a turkey hater. We want him over on the pumpkin pie. Let's see if we can get him with turkey. That's good. A little rice or mashed potatoes or stuffing. Can't go wrong.
Okay. Okay, usually when you have it, it's very tough. It's unseasoned. I like what you did there, brother. Bad.
He's still going.
Turkey wings.
Hell no.
Damn, champ.
You don't need that and stuff.
Yeah. I'll dump that right on top of the stuff.